What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central. And the Mets win 9-1 over the Pittsburgh Pirates, completing the sweep. And now this team is putting themselves in a spot where all of a sudden things look really good. And this is why I still feel annoyed that they got off to the start they did, because they're capable of this, and they're not just beating teams anymore. They're just annihilating teams. And this is crazy to even be sitting here talking about this, considering how I felt a couple weeks ago. I was a jerk off. I was wrong, and I'm very happy to be wrong. But I do want to talk about this game, of course. Before I do, leave a like here. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next. I want to start off by reading a tweet here from Michael Marino. And it says, the Mets are winning games. Lindor has a sub 500 OPS. Nimmo has a sub 700 OPS, which I think he got back up because of later in this game. But still, Alvarez is in a bad slump. Senga's playing catch. JD Martinez is barely swinging the bat. Scott is not on the major league team. They might be here to stay. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because baseball is a season, after all, of ebbs and flows. But there's a lot of positive things in that tweet, because it's very true that Alvarez is better than what he's performing, which, granted, he still had a solid game. How about Alvarez stealing a damn bag today, too, which was nice. I was a little worried about the wrist. I'm hoping that there's nothing there with his hand, wrist, whatever it might have been on the catcher's interference, and then the stolen bag as well. Hopefully not much there to that, and he'll be fine. But Alvarez, like I mentioned yesterday, too, is in a slump, and that's going to change. Like, he's going to play better baseball. Zach Short, like, he had a good walk in this game, but that's about it. He won't be on the roster probably when JD Martinez is ready. And there's a couple other pieces where maybe one of the rookies from Syracuse ends up coming through and surprising this team. But that's neither here nor there, because right now this team's playing really good baseball right now, and there's a lot to talk about this game. Severino was just a dog today, and it again sucks. Like, this was another outing for the Mets from their starter where they could have got more if their starter was able to give more efficient innings. But unfortunately, the pitch count got a little high, and that third inning in particular, you had the catcher interference, you had the single, and then you had a double play. Reynolds gets the single, and then he ends up walking a batter, throwing a bad pickoff attempt, and then you had the out there from Rowdy Tellez. But what have the Mets done? They've answered back whenever they get scored on. Short got a walk, and then Marte got that home run to make it 2-1. So all of a sudden, things look good there. And the Mets, they never look back again. Severino got into a bit of trouble in that fifth inning, and I was questioning, is he going to be able to go? He got the big double play there at the end. And then the sixth inning, he cruised through that. It was huge to get 6 innings out of Luis Severino. You really need to get length out of this rotation, which we've been talking about ad nauseum here. And that's what they did. That is what they did. And then the 6th inning, Bailey Falter finally out of the game, and the Mets score. What did I say? The biggest kryptonite for the Mets was going to be Bailey Falter, and once they got to the bullpen, they had to capitalize on it, and they punched them in the mouth the second they went to the bullpen in the 6th inning. You get a single from Lindor, a wild pitch would get him the second, a walk from Alonso, then you get a sacrifice bunt, a pop out from Alvarez, which did scare me, I won't lie, but then Tyrone Taylor with a beautiful single to make it 4-1. And then Harrison Bader of all people, Juan Lagares 2.0 hits a home run to make it 6-1. All of a sudden, it's looking really good. It's looking great. They're bending them over. And then they go to the bullpen, the Mets. Lopez just cruises through the whole bullpen, by the way. Not one hit, walk, run against. Nothing against them. Lopez, beautiful. You had Diekman give 2 Ks. Beautiful. Grant Hartwig made it easy in the 9th. This game, they just cruised by. It just was not even a challenge there. And then how about in the 8th inning, Bednar comes in, which he's had a rough year. But Alonso and McNeil get on. And then a fielder's choice, and the Mets on an infield play running the bases aggressively. And that brings Pete Alonso in to make it 7-1. There was a challenge there. Of course, it ended up holding up, and the Mets get the run there. But I love the aggression on the base paths now that they're showing. Like, this is what I've been wanting them to do. Play baseball like this. Taylor gets a single. You get the bases juice. Unfortunately, 2 outs there, but Nimmo gets that single, makes it 9-1, breaks the game open further, and you knew right then and there the Mets definitely won this game if you didn't think so before. Marte grounded out to end the inning, but then they just put the backups in to play defense. Wendell get in there and then move guys around the diamond, and they cruise through and get this win. This was just another easy win, and it's becoming easy at this point, which is also what is beautiful right now about this Mets team, is that when they're winning games right now lately, it has been pretty dang easy, and that's something that is nice to see, because when's the last time we've seen that? Again, I don't anticipate it holding up because baseball, season of ebbs and flows, but now you're tied for second place with the Phillies. And I know the standings, you shouldn't look at it right now really that much. There's really no point in looking at it in April, especially early April. We're not even 30 games into the season, not even 20 games into the season. But I do like looking at the standings every now and then. It's nice to see the Mets are 10-8 with the Phillies now after the start they got off to. So let's see how they build off of this and if they keep going, because they got me glued to the dang television now. Like, I am glued into all these games. I'm invested like crazy in these games. And when the Rangers and Knicks start their playoff games, it's going to be tough for me to squeeze in Mets baseball, but I'm going to try my best because this is a very lovable team right now, and I cannot believe I'm saying it considering how I felt just a couple weeks ago. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next. I'll see you guys in the next one.